Episode 24 of the SAXCast. Totally normal episode. We're here. The whole crew is here. Myself, Billy, and the little guy in the corner that you see if you're watching YouTube with little pirate's hat on and the saxophone. Just us three. Nothing out of the ordinary here.
We're hanging. We're doing a little pick and roll. Hey, the NBA Finals just happened. That's you and me. I'm the big man setting up the pick. You're the point guard here. So This is just classic back and forth podcasting. This is how podcasting started. It wasn't before. It took them years before they added third mics into podcasting. It's just two dudes talking. Yeah. Two white guys talking.
This is the way God intended it. Like, we're getting back to the biblical basics of podcasting, and this is day one
podcasting
stuff.
Content in general. Two white guys blabbing.
This is the sweet spot right here. Yeah, this is what you look up podcasting.
Hollywood didn't want this forever. Hollywood didn't want this. Holly weird, but guess what? It's back. Yeah, two white guys chatting.
We're going against the grain. That's what we're doing here. You got a coffee.
I got my first ever double shot.
Okay. Is that an Americano?
So I guess I walk in there. This has happened to me before. I walk in there. I'm like, I got like 15 minutes left because I'm trying to get back here. I'm in Calgary, Alberta, by the way. I walk in. I stumble in. First off, the name of this coffee shop. Can you see this? Can you see that? The name of the coffee shop?
Kwanzaa
Coffee Shop. You ever heard of it? I've never. It's awesome. The lady was so nice. She's from Kenya, but Kenyan lady. Anyways, Kwanzaa Coffee Shop. I said, we celebrate you. I said, light the kino. Oh wait, light drink from the unity cup for the Kwanzaa festival. Children, light the kinara for the Kwanzaa festival.
I didn't know there was a song.
Kikombe cha umoja, kikombe cha umoja.
Oh man!
In your chorus, you didn't have like one. Did you do chorus?
No, we weren't required to do chorus. Was that a requirement in school? I don't remember.
No, that was me 100% elective.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I skipped that.
That was a SAXBOY requirement.
Yeah,
I was always a tenor, and. Because so little guys did chorus, and I didn't go like after school for chorus. I'm not that much of a nerd, but if it was like an elective in high school, I'm signing up. I went to Wiz Khalifa's high school, this Mac Miller's high school, this great musical high school. Did they do chorus? No. Did SAXBOY do chorus? Yes.
And look at you
And he
now.
said, drink from the unity cup for the Kwanzaa festival. Anyways, I'm a little zapped up from this double shot.
I love that. I can tell. Good coffee?
Yeah, really good. But so I guess when you walk in late to a coffee shop, they're like closing up, and they have no drip left.
No drip.
Because they're not going to make you a new drip for like one guy, right?
Right.
So she's like, I can do a single shot or I can do a double shot. And I was like, shit, I've never done a double shot of espresso. So I was like, give me a double shot of espresso. So I got a double shot from the Kwanzaa coffee shop.
Yeah, your eyes are about to pop out of your fucking head, dude. Jesus Christ. It's 7 p.m. where you're at. What are you doing?
It's 9 p.m. in Pittsburgh.
What are you doing?
I'm so out of a kid. I have to edit. I have to edit a Scott's Lawn Care video today, but I'm like, yeah, this is a big mistake. What's the difference in caffeine between a single and a double? It's got to be.
I'll tell you right now.
Did I just drink like the equivalent of like 2 drip coffees?
Maybe
it can't be that much. Maybe more.
Yeah. So I will tell you right now.
Oh my God.
A single shot of espresso is about 127 milligrams of caffeine. So
no.
Yeah. A single shot.
Wait, I got 2?
You got 2,
almost
buddy.
done with this.
Yeah, I know. I told you.
Okay, I gotta slow down.
Sounds like you're on Adderall right now. It's crazy. Just a certified yapper over here. My God.
Did you see how excited I was to launch into that Kwanzaa song?
Yeah, you sang the whole thing.
I just blacked out and did a whole like fall number of the Taylor Alderdice men's chorus.
Listen, it was beautiful. I loved it. Shout out to the Kwanzaa coffee shop.
Anyways,
open at 7 p.m. That's crazy for a coffee shop too.
Well, you know what it is? They're by a hospital. If a
Okay.
coffee shop's by a hospital, that's every time there's a hospital, look around. There's probably one or two coffee shops.
That's kind of a
Because
cheat code.
yeah, it is. It's kind of like a hack. Like if you want, I think any sort of business, you can get a little extra hours in there if you're by a hospital. Because not only do you have the doctors, you have the patients, but also guess what? The families, the caretakers, the loving, parents.
Yeah. Loving parents. All the lovers. Yeah. You got it.
There's a
Keep going.
there's an AA meeting I go to on Wednesday, and it's right by the hospital, and there's a Starbucks that's in a building it's a hotel, but it's just for people that have family in the hospital. Like, how
Oh,
sad is that hotel?
that's pretty bad. That means
It's kind of
something's
a bummer.
really
So,
wrong.
like, what?
That means like the individual that's at the hospital, there's something
I know they're
very
like logging days there, but there's enough people to necessitate a whole freaking hotel.
that's
And
so
then I
fucked
sit
up
there because,
also, by the way. Like they knew what they were doing when they put that hotel there. They're just
yeah,
I mean,
they're preying on that, like
yeah.
ambulance chasers, like
All right,
hospital chasers.
relax. Relax.
Well,
Just
dude, so
personal attacks
I'm
right
sitting
now.
there when I'm sitting there waiting to talk to my sponsor, and just like like the pattern at coffee shops, you talk to the barista. It's like they're talking to all these people. It's like, oh, it's like the most depressing banter ever. It's like, oh, how long are you gonna be here? Well, we think another few days. Like, it's like, oh,
Ooh,
it's like, can you imagine being a barista there? You gotta be an angel. You gotta be Mother Teresa.
yeah. They're like, my husband's dying, and you're like, I gotta go make a song. I gotta go
They're
figure this
like,
shit out.
so my husband's dying. Would you like a frappalapa I'm so jacked up.
Crazy. It's too much caffeine. I'm telling you. I drink a lot of caffeine throughout the day. I probably had 300 milligrams, 400 today, but I cut myself off around 2 o'clock,
So
or
at
else I can't sleep.
7 p.m. Mountain Time,
Yep,
I just did over what you did the entire day.
correct.
Oh
And you
fuck.
haven't finished your coffee yet.
No. I physically distanced myself from it.
Okay, good, good. The shirt
Okay,
looks
all
good,
right.
by the way. The shirt looks unreal on
Yeah,
you.
this is again modeled after the Great Bucko Banner stuff. And someday soon, whenever I get through this run, we're gonna make merch together because you guys do such a good job. Check out their
Well,
merch.
whenever you get back to Pittsburgh, I'd like my shirt.
Yes, absolutely. I'm again back in to the north.
Yeah, you're back
I'm
in
the Great White
Canada
North.
for the second
Back
time
in
in a month.
Calgary. And yeah, I mean, I had two videos go like mega
Right.
viral in when I was in Toronto and Hamilton. So I was like, I'll run it back. My ex-wife, her mom is here, and her mom is in from Mongolia, staying in Calgary. So I'm like, you know what? I'll go up there. I'll say what's up to the mom, say hi to the family, and in return, I will, get some content because Western Canada's weird. And who travels to Calgary? A lot of people, I guess. But I'm walking around Calgary, and I saw an old friend. I saw an old friend of the Sax cast,
Oh
a
yeah,
friend I saw in Morgantown.
polio. Oh my god, who's
Ed Polio. The Ed Polio sign's back.
yeah? That's
That's a
wait,
whole
that's
wall.
in Calgary.
Yeah, they got
Is
polio in Calgary
is
too.
polio making a comeback? I didn't have that on my bingo card this year.
So yeah, if for those who don't remember, when I was in Morgantown, there's like a bunch of like end polio signs, and as Pittsburghers, we're so proud of that polio vax. But I figured it all out. So what that end polio sign is it's a activation or a thing that the Rotary clubs are trying to end polio. And in just an absolute small universe, I go from seeing that Morgantown sign to I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and there's the North America, or there's the international festival of the Rotary Club is in Calgary this weekend. So it's a whole weekend of people ending polio
They're gonna do it.
in like places like Africa and like all over the world. It's like it seems like a lot of African countries are in there, a A lot of small countries. I heard some Australians, lots of Europeans. The person who's staying in the Airbnb with me is French. She's in for that. So Rotary Club, it's all over the world.
They got polio in Australia?
Got polio, mate.
That maybe
How do you
was the
say
worst
polio in
Australian
Australian
accent I've ever. I'm not even going to
mate,
try.
we get polio down. Polio. We got They probably call it like poly. We got the old poly.
Yeah, there you go. You got it now. Because before it was kind of going into a British accent.
Yeah. G'day, mate. We going down the Barbie and get the polio down the Barbie.
Yep.
Poly.
Yeah, there you go. You got it. Nailed it. Fucking nailed it. Where's our guy? Our guy Ty from? I forget. That was on the show. Remember Ty?
Ty's he's from Winnipeg.
Winnipeg.
So I'm even further west. So I gotta go see Ty. Dude, Calgary is sick. They got that oil money up here, bro.
Oh yeah.
I'm like sitting in a coffee shop again. This is my third coffee of the day. You could tell I'm an addict, right? I can't have just one of something. Yeah, I gotta have it all, baby.
It's all good. Caffeine's fun.
It's not alcohol.
Right. I can encourage this. I can keep pushing
you can
it.
enable this.
Yeah. This is fine. This is in the ballpark of what I can
healthy.
enable. Yeah. But Calgary.
I'm in a coffee shop. I'm just, I don't know when you travel if you like to take your headphones off in coffee shops, just eavesdrop, get a feel of the scene. That's something I like to do every now and then. Every conversation around me, they were talking about oil, like working in oil. Everybody's like, "Oh yeah, no, that well's doing pretty well up there, bud. Oh yeah, that well over there, bud's really drying up, bud. We got to go move it down the pike a little bit. Got to go drill, baby, drill, bud."
Your Calgary accent or your Canadian accent is dangerously close to a Texan accent as well.
Alberta is the Texas of Canada. So
is it really?
Yeah, because So it's a big
because
oil
of
town.
the oil. Just because of the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Stephen Harper's from here. If you don't,
how do they feel about abortions?
He's like end abortions. End abortions.
I'm so sorry.
They got to end abortion signs.
It really is the Texas of the North, dude.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
Bud. Oh, we don't want to know borscht buds. Okay. Yo, I'm jacked up with caffeine. God. Yeah, I'm in Calgary. I think Calgary is going to be a freaking. First off, Calgary has an observation tower, which there's like a trend in like the 70s and 80s where everybody's like they had to get in on the observation tower game.
Yeah.
And of course you got, "Oh baby, I hear the blues are calling to salad and scrambled eggs." Seattle, they had one.
Yep.
Toronto has one, and Calgary has one, which looks like the Olympic torch because they had the Winter Olympics here.
Right.
And it's kind of in the shape of the. And I used to be deathly afraid of heights. Now in sobriety, I'm up on that freaking observation tower. I'm like looking over. I'm dancing in the glass ceiling. My fear of heights has like dissipated with sobriety, which is crazy. Do you like observation towers?
I don't know. I'll go to the top. I've been to the CN Tower in Toronto, and I've done the step on the glass thing, and my balls go straight up into my chest. It makes me quiver.
Robin quivers.
Yeah, I don't like heights at all. I will go to the top, and I'll be fine with that. But the minute I look down, I feel like I'm going to throw up.
It creates a whole different dimension because you look down, it looks like the tower is moving away from you, and it was wild up there. But I was shocked again. I wasn't blown away by it, but you could see the Canadian Rockies in the distance, and who knew Calgary is so beautiful, man? It's a gorgeous place, and it's gonna make for some good content. I'll tell you that. I'm going tomorrow to this thing called Heritage Land. Look that up. It is like the Disneyland of Canadian history. It's this giant outdoor park in Calgary where everyone's wearing like costumes from like different points in Canadian history, and it looks like an absolute trip. It's like a huge space, and it's freaking crazy.
Wow, yeah, look at this. It's like an old town. Historical
Yeah, but
village.
it's like Disney World. Yeah. It's like
Am
a
I looking
giant
at?
Epcot center.
Is it? I don't see one ride here.
If they don't got rides, I ain't going. I mean, I don't really know what it is, but it's huge.
It looks like it's just an old town where you can walk around in. It's 7 acres.
Okay, 7 acres ain't nothing to sneeze at, baby.
No, go explore all 7 of those acres. I'm sure there's something there. Maybe you'll strike oil. Who knows?
Yeah. Look at you. Look
Yeah,
at you.
who knows? Well, do you have data while you're there? No?
No, second trip. I'm raw dogging it. And I feel you know how like the phone is like an addiction, right? Kind of like you can get addicted to your phone.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, I don't got any freaking data up here. Dude, I'm like borrowing, and stealing to get like Wi-Fi passwords.
yep.
I'm like going into restaurants being like, hey, I'm just waiting for a friend. You got Wi-Fi while I wait for them? And they're like, yeah, here you go. I'm like, oh, thanks. I'm gonna go wait for my friend. And I'm just
Just
ripping
fuck
their
off,
data.
right? Yeah, hell
Yeah.
yeah. Stick it to the
They got
man.
this
Yeah.
like stick it to the maniosis.
Yeah, yeah, we got
Um,
a war going on between America and Canada, and right now you're the secret ops going over there and stealing all the data.
stealing the data.
Yeah.
I'm walking in there. I'm doing like they have like public Wi-Fi's at like train stations and stuff. I'm using all 500 megabytes. You know, like that free Wi-Fi you get when you enter a new city. I wiped out the data, and I had to wait for the next day for it to reset. I'm just, dude. It's like I kind of like it because when you're in a place with no data and you still have access to your map, so you know where you're going. But then you're kind of you're going like old school. You're kind
Yeah.
of raw dogging like travel.
I make
Like
them sick every
you're
time I go
judging
anywhere.
buildings. You're what?
I never pay for extra like the out of the country like SIM card or Wi-Fi. I fuck up every single time.
Oh, dude, it's not even working for me. So like I'm paying for it. It's not working. But I'm like judging businesses just by like how they look, like how the sign looks.
Right.
I'm like, nah, this place. Look at the sign. I ain't going in there. I feel like I'm like I'm living life like I'm like 70 years old. Like that's how like old people operate. They just go old school. They don't read reviews. They don't look at stars.
No.
They just say, "Oh, my friend recommended that," or "Oh, look, there's a lot of people sitting outside. I got to go."
Okay. Is that what you're doing? You're looking at the amount of people in the restaurant?
Well, you know how you're with like old people and they're always like, like they're always they're obsessed with, oh, there's usually more people here. Oh, there's usually they're obsessed with like crowd. It's like Trumpian. They're obsessed with crowd size of restaurants.
Yeah.
There's usually more people at this restaurant. I swear it's
Yeah.
good. I swear
Yeah.
it's good. It's like first off, you want there not to be that many people. It means your food's gonna come out faster. And but yeah, so I'm like looking for I want people with a mid amount of people and yeah, dipping around. I went to Chinatown. I got this. So I got this banh mi. I'm just letting it sit room temp. Calgary is a really proper like Chinatown, which is exciting because
Okay.
Chinatown equals funny content. I
I don't know how much I want to dive into that. Like I don't know.
no,
Where do I draw the line at? As I navigate this show, where do I go with that?
Chinatown equals funny content.
I listen. I know Scott's not here. I know Scott's not here to make some.
Thank God he's not here for this one.
Because that would have triggered him so hard to make something so inappropriate. But you know what? We move forward.
No, Chinatown. It's just like everything feels like jerry rigged in Chinatowns. It's all like everything's held together with like scotch tape and like. Yeah, I lived in Asia for a year and they're just funny. It's just not like regular towns. It's Chinatown, baby. I'll just say that.
Good. Good. You were on your way there. You were in Chicago.
Yeah. So here's something I did for the first time. I'm traveling. I like this, by the way. You're kind of like a late night talk show. So I heard you were in Chicago.
Right. Tell me about Chicago.
No, it's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, with this caffeine, I'm like all like.
I know, dude. I'm trying
Anyways,
to rein you in.
I need to read it. I had to get a cheap ticket to Calgary because Calgary you need a connecting flight. There's no direct from Pittsburgh to Calgary. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And to get a cheap flight, I bought a flight with a 13-hour layover in Chicago.
Jesus fuck, dude.
Well, see, that doesn't bother me because one, I can go either you can either go into
The
the
city.
town, Chicago, and do like a 5 hour. I got 5 hours in Chicago and fuck around, or I could just putz around and work at the airport. And I was like, you know what I want to do? I've never done it. Is go to one of those airport lounges, which I'm sure you being a lawyer and having making lots of money, you go to and you sit there and whatever and you have a great time.
I've
Sorry.
never been in a lounge. Fuck you. I've never been in a lounge.
I was saying that I was like, there's no chance he goes to airport lounges.
No.
No, but I splurged. It was $70. It was $70. It's called the Admirals Club. And
yeah, you're there for 12 hours. You might as well start paying rent. Dude, it's crazy.
Dude, it is $70 is worth it if you're there for 12 hours.
Yeah.
You get unlimited food, unlimited drinks of whatever you want.
You would have spent that anyways.
Yeah, exactly. If you would have gone to the town, you would have spent it anyways.
Right.
You get really comfortable areas, unlimited everything. It was a lot of fun. I get to, me, I like get a chair where I like watch all the airplanes. Oh yeah. It's like me and like 4-year-olds like woo. It's like, look, honey, there's the airplane. And
you're Tom Hanks in the terminal.
Yeah, so
you're living in the airport.
It was the first time I did it, and I have some observations. First off is there's 2 levels. I think there might even be 3 levels of these airport lounges. The level I was is like the first level up. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like you go in there, and it's kind of like it's a lot of like business travelers, families. It's not like the super elite level of the
like
club.
Middle class.
It's middle class, and I gotta say, the clientele in there, it just feels like you're still at the airport. Mm-hmm. The level of people in there, they're almost more annoying in this.
You think?
In this, yeah, because it's like people with some like disposable income and like kids and it's like they're almost people with this kind of like club access level thing. I mean, I've never really been in that world in my life, but they're almost kind of more annoying, bro.
Okay, let's talk about it. So,
yeah.
So you're basically saying if you're gonna go into a club level or have some type of privilege, know how to fucking act, get your shit together. Which I think this starts with the kids. The class of people that you're talking about are traveling with children. And here's
traveling
my hot
with
take.
Children traveling. Yeah, go ahead.
My hot take: kids shouldn't be allowed to travel. Nope. Here's my presidential platform. Okay, Debo and I talk about this, friend of the show, quite often. When we're inevitably president of the United States, we've come up with a platform. Number 1 on my platform: no more mosquitoes. I think everybody can get behind that. I'm eliminating all mosquitoes. There's a mosquito in my apartment right now that's been biting me for the past 5 hours. And I've thought about just burning this whole place.
You should get an end mosquito sign. That sounds like a Rotary Club issue or something.
I like that. I'm going to get it on a shirt. And that's the first thing I'm running on. And then the second thing I'm running on is, well, on the list, inclines. We need more inclines everywhere, like how they have in Pittsburgh, but just it needs to be more of transportation throughout the entire country. Inclines everywhere. I don't care if we're in Florida where it's all flat. You need an incline. Okay. Fucking figure it out. Okay. Figure it out. Third, bidets. Bidets need to be on all public toilets. Okay. No more.
Well, you'd like Chinatown.
Are there bidets on all public toilets in Chinatowns?
Oh, the Asian toilet. You're not familiar?
Well, I know that that's more of a thing, but I didn't know they have them in public restrooms.
A lot of places they do, but keep going. You're cooking. Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, bidets, no more poopy buttholes. Okay. We're going to be a proper country. And then 4, which
although public bidets could be a disaster, bro. Looking down at that, that arm that comes out.
We got to work out the kinks, but
they got to have one that is like industrial and like, God.
Self-cleaning. A self-cleaning public bidet.
And every time there's a bidet now, it's always like even shrinks the toilet even less. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Yeah, you
It
have
gives you
less
less
surface
space to
area.
work with.
Right. So you're either pooping on the bidet itself, which then becomes a huge issue, right? You gotta avoid the poop or pee directly on the outlet of the bidet, because then
They need wider toilets.
we can't be shooting dirty poop water into people's butts. It has to be clean water.
Yeah. We also got to
Okay.
stop saying the P word. Just say the P word.
Poop or pee? What am I talking about?
Go ahead.
Poop?
Yeah.
I can't say
I hate
poop.
that word. I hate that
You don't
word.
like the word poop?
Ugh.
All right. No
Say
more.
shit.
No more shit. No more pee pee.
Thank you.
No more pee pee poo poo. Okay. I've thought about, you could buy a a bidet that just goes on your toilet for like $50, I think.
Yeah,
For like
they're
an
very.
apartment.
You hook it up to the. Yeah, it's like pretty easy.
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
But
Then
then
I
it's
have
like
thought
you
about
get
that.
that
What if I
bidet and
pee?
then it
Yeah,
it shrinks your toilet into like basically like a tiny little hole.
right. Because then I have the, like, what if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't see and I'm inevitably just pissing all over the place, and then I pee right on the bidet thing, and
The
then
electronics.
right, and then later that day, I'm peeing on like electronics, and then later that day, I'm like, you know
Smokes.
what? I gotta take a dump, and I go and I
Take
do
a
my
shit.
business, and then
Yeah.
I'm squirting pee water into myself. So
You're
we
getting
gotta.
more dirty.
So listen, at the end of the day,
If I was running against you for president, that's how I challenge you.
no more dirty bidet water. Yeah,
I'd say, oh, you want bidets, huh? How about those dirty butt waters?
yeah. No, okay. No, number 4 is end polio, obviously, and
Yeah.
then number 5, no more children in airports. I think.
Are you saying like drop them off like your dog, like treat it like Shenley, like your dog, like you just drop your kid? If you want to go travel somewhere, you just drop them off at a pen.
Yeah, or we put them on the bottom of the plane. Like when you get to the airport, there's again, now I'm creating more jobs. So at the airport, there's designated kid handlers. We can call them, I don't know, for the sake of this like exercise, kidnappers. They take your kid and then they put them on the bottom of the plane. Okay.
Okay.
And each kid has their own separate room on the bottom of the plane. We'll throw some toys down there.
Like the little
And
tiny, because it's like the little tiny thing where like the luggage goes.
right. We'll
That's good
give
because they're
them.
not that tall.
We'll give them some peepholes and stuff like that to look out, and I mean it'll be very close to the engine.
The kid should have a like a bit like the room should be below where the parent is sitting in the seat, and there should be a hole they can like throw down like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or something. And then you have to shut the hole.
Yeah, well, we could maybe like when they after the adults get their service, so drinks, snacks, alcoholic beverages, there's a little slide that they throw down animal crackers into, and then at the same time they hit like a red button, and all the cages open at once, and it's a free for all. All the kids have to grab the snacks, and then they have about 15 seconds to get back in their cage, or just turbulence automatically, and kids are going everywhere.
I was gonna say they wait till turbulence to do this,
Right?
And then they show like webcam footage of all the kids like flying around.
Right. And the seatbelt sign is always off at the bottom of the plane. It's always off.
And then every now and then you want service animals. It's like in Star Wars, they like release the Jabba the Hutt. They like release the service animals into the kids, and
there you go. Yeah, I think this is. I've already figured out half of this already. Here's what we need to do.
I like animal crackers, kid food.
Yeah,
you know those kids.
Have you ever been? Yeah,
crackers.
They eat animal crackers. That's all they eat. Listen, if your kid can't remember what he ate yesterday, you shouldn't be taking him on vacation. Him or her or whoever. Listen, don't take your kid to Disney World. They're gonna forget about it. Okay, wait
Just
till
give them
they have
animal
a fully
crackers and
developed
Sprite.
brain. Yeah, animal crackers and Sprite, and leave them at home.
No caffeine.
Remember,
and Sprite.
Yeah, you remember yesterday? No, I'm not spending my money on you to take you on vacation. Okay, I don't think this is that hot of a take. Have you ever gone to the Orlando airport?
Not yet.
That place
Perhaps
fucking sucks.
soon.
Dude. Fuck that place.
Yeah. Well, if you in the Pittsburgh terminal, you always know what gate is going to Orlando because it's a freaking zoo.
I went to a wedding in Orlando and I forgot where I was going. I was just like, all right, I'm going to a wedding. And then I got off and I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Like, it was just a free for all. This is supposed to be a high secured place where people feel comfortable, and there's kids just running around willy nilly. It can't happen.
You know, it's just like there's so much about rounding. I mean, if you have kids, God bless you. God, I'm not gonna have kids. God, I mean, at this point, probably not, never. But can you imagine going to Disney World with your kids? How much that sucks for the parents. One, they gotta shepherd these little monsters.
Yep.
Two, they gotta spend all that money. And it's not like you're going to Hawaii or something, or like somewhere beautiful and nice. You're going to Orlando. You're going to Central Florida.
Yeah, it's hot as fuck.
And
it's terrible.
You got to go through every bit of getting the kid there through the airport, the airplane, going to. Oh my God, that's just woof.
Got a little sidetracked there. So we were talking about middle class, right? Is that what we're talking about?
We were doing fictional debates where I was your counter. I was running against you for president and being like, "Oh, he wants to give you bidets. Has he thought about the?
Has he thought about the poop?"
That went on such a tangent. Did you have a double espresso?
It's probably still kicking already, but I'm very passionate.
I'll just wrap it up with this airport lounge thing. It's fun. If you do it once, try it out. It's a lot of fun. I might go back. Yeah, people, they're just God. Everybody's just talking to each other about their travels and their trips, and they just love their precious little club life. Oh, we're in a club. We love talk. Oh, where did you travel to? Oh, I traveled with my wife to Zanzibar. Sure. Oh, did you? Did you go to Zanzibar? You fuck. Sorry.
I mean, there is that feeling of when you go into a club, like when you go into the club level at PNC Park, there is that feeling oh, maybe I am better than everyone else. When you enter those doors, it's like I'm with the best of the best right now.
You nailed. That's the perfect comp, that club level, because you're like, oh, look at my little space in my little elite little universe, and we talk different here, and we golf. People golf here, I don't know. There's something so weird about it, and ugh. But okay, so real quick, there's a quiet section in this thing. It's an airport. They have couches and stuff, and you got to be quiet in this quiet section. I went there to do work. This guy's in there. He's snoring so fucking loud. It's like,
right.
What do you do in that situation? Because I ended up chickening out and I didn't wake him up because I looked around and nobody else was policing it. So I'm like, well, am I going to be the bad guy and step in? And I ended up just moving. But what would you do in that? Would you just be like, hey, sir, this is a quiet section. The decibels you're producing with your snores are we might as well be on the tarmac. They're jet level.
Yeah, I'd get security. I'd automatically get security in there and say, listen, I didn't pay $70 for this asshole to start snoring. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Yeah, the privilege and the feeling of being elite kicks in. It's like, you know what? No, this is my hard-earned money. I'm not dealing with a snoring asshole. Get him out. Put him with the peasants.
You know what another thing is with this just unlimited gluttony of food and beverages, and it's the mess. It's the mess. These little club level people. It was disgusting. These people that have these kids, they're just eating and just gorging and just mess and napkins and slop. And even the businessmen are just pounding Millers and just slopping and just eating M&Ms. It's just
a lot of slop.
Freaking disgusting.
Just a lot of slop everywhere, dude.
I felt so bad for the people that their job is to run around there and they got to pick up all the plates and stuff. And these people, they're like, I'm paying all this money for my club. They don't even say thank you. They're like, yeah, take my slop away from me. It's that's why I think I got to get to that, I got to get to that third level of whatever that is, where it's just super rich people from Dubai, where you don't even talk. That to me seems more I don't know, more first class. And then people are so rich there, they don't even talk. They don't even
you want
they don't talk about
the oil money level.
Well, yeah, I gotta find an oil sugar mama here in Calgary. Hey, bud. Can you imagine?
bud. Yeah.
I show up to PNC Park. I'm like, hey guys, yeah, I met someone in Calgary.
This
Hey
is
guys,
Bob.
keep me on mini mic, eh? Asking my
Oh,
favorite Calgary bar, eh? It's the
jeez, oh
old
man.
saddle. Anyway,
Oh God. All right, let's move on. Let's move on.
do we need Scott? We're on fire here.
Yeah, I don't know what he's up to.
Scott would have canceled this episode like 4 times.
Oh
When Scott
God,
heard that Chinatown comment, that was like.
that's the first thing that pops into my head. Well, speaking of stuff popping in your head, I heard rumor has it your voice is in other places outside of this podcast and the internet.
I had a thing happen to me that with this, internet, minor internet, little pop, I don't want to call it celebrity or fame. It's like a little attention I get from the internet. I had someone DM'd me something that shook me, and like I didn't even know this was a thing. I get a DM from somebody. He says, "Yo, Sax, I just want to let you know you're my ringtone." So, first off, did you even know custom ringtones were still a thing? When's the last time you heard like a
I used to have when you would call me, it would play a
my
song.
humps?
I'm sure that was on the short list. It was you know what it was? It was the song Mims, This Is Why I'm Hot. You remember that one? So when you would call me, it would say like you're now dialing blah 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 blah, and then it would play Mims, This Is Why I'm Hot until I either answered the phone or it went to voice.
But would your phone go, "This is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot"? You're saying
I paid extra so you would hear it while you're calling me. And then on the other line, I think I had some other ringtone. I definitely paid or had.
But in your pocket, when your phone rang, that wasn't the ringtone.
No, I don't believe so.
You never had like a song play.
No, I did. Yeah.
You had a giant eagle, and it's like, my heart's my lovely lady loves. And you're like, oh, that's for me. That's my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that is the Johnstown song. They said, don't go to Johnstown. That old mill town is long gone. I forgot the own words to my AI song. But a guy has it.
That sounds like a
great
ringtone.
Song. Yeah. And he's like, I was just honored. I was like, I didn't even know people were doing custom ringtones anymore. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
He is from Johnstown.
They're not. Let's get it out there. They're not doing custom ringtones anymore. But it is very flattering that somebody decided to do that with your song.
He lives in Johnstown. They still got like Nokias. He's like, oh yeah, I got your ringtone. I play some Snake and.
Oh geez, that is cool. That's very cool. I'm glad to hear that.
It's nice.
You're famous.
And no.
Come on. Yellow fame.
No.
Aw. I embarrass you? You get a little shy?
I'll get a little shy. Next thing.
Well,
I'll get a little shy.
That's fair. That's good. Humble yourself. But all right. Well, you mentioned something before we started recording, you were mentioning something about like lightheadedness. You didn't want to get into it too much, but I was curious as to where we were going with this because I get like headaches all the time. So I'm wondering if you have a cure for me, but I'm really not sure what this topic.
Well, I was hoping you had the cure.
Oh, maybe I do. Maybe I don't.
I thought we had the cure for polio. Turns out we don't. We don't. Anyways, so when I go on these trips, right, like I'm like, I'm just eating up a storm. Like I'm not doing any sort of diet. I'm a bigger guy. I'm like, 230, 240. I carry my weight well, but I'm a heavy guy. I'm a heavier guy. I'm what you call obese. Or maybe like I'm verging on, I'm what you call overweight.
Okay.
I'm overweight, but that's fine. I don't care. I'm in my sobriety. I don't care. But so I'm like, I get back to Pittsburgh. I'm like, oh, great. Now, good. Now I don't have to I can kind of do a little dieting, do a little sneaky snack. I mean, eat a little, charcuterie. So I'm just chilling out. And then my dad says to me, yo, I need you to do yard work. Because my dad looks at me when I get back from these trips, I go from being Bill to Guillermo. He's like, get outside. Is that going to cancel us? He says, "Get
okay.
outside."
So you okay? I can't. You know what? Listen, you're of Mexican heritage. You could make
Yeah,
that
I can
joke.
say that. My name is William.
Fine.
My get Memo. Memo is Guillermo. Memo is Guillermo. The nickname. That's my abuelita, Maria de los Angeles Lopez Portillo. That's my abuelita's name, so I could say that.
Right.
So I go out. I'm doing yard work. I'm pulling weeds. I'm in the hot sun. You know that meme now that's going around. It's like, you know what's hot when you look at the sun. It goes. It's like the accordion. And then an hour later, I start getting like legit lightheaded. Like I'm like seeing double a little bit. Like I'm not eating as much. It's the first time I got lightheaded. And of course I talk to my ex-wife all the time. She's one of my besties. And she's from Mongolia. You know what she says to me? She says, "Eat a tomato." You know, the cure for lightheadedness, eating tomatoes.
I'm gonna Google it.
I'm pretty sure like I should have just ate food and like drank a bunch of water, but I mean, yeah. But I honestly, I was just hungry. I ate some food. I was totally fine. But you've been getting lightheaded?
I get headaches a lot, man. I don't know if it's like tension headaches just from looking at a screen all day because my 9 to
Maybe it's
5
from
is
doing
the
3
screen.
podcasts a week about the most insignificant, horrible baseball team.
Very well could be. It could be that. It could be getting only 4 hours of sleep a night. It could be drinking over 400 milligrams of caffeine a day. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's like I'm trying to figure out what's going wrong here. I can't put a finger on it. What's
You just list out your entire life.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Here's the question. Did you always gotten that? Did you get them when you were in high school?
No.
Back when the world was simpler?
No, never.
Yeah. Did you get them in law school in your college years?
Big time. I got them in law school. I started wearing glasses in law school because I was getting headaches from like reading, and like my eyes felt like real weird. So I wore glasses for like 2 years, and then I just stopped because like I don't like this. So I probably need glasses. I play sports without them.
Wait, did you wear like blue light glasses, or did you wear like?
No, I had like legit prescriptions. Yeah. Yeah, I have them around here somewhere. I mean, they're definitely not right anymore. It's been years.
They are in the bottom of a junk drawer right now.
Right, and I do have blue light ones as well because, again, for my job, I look at a screen all day. It's not only my computer. I have 2 monitors, my laptop, and then my phone. People call me on constantly, and then
you need that many screens to be a lawyer.
It's easier to work when you
sounds
have
like a gamer setup. Do you have like a gamer chair?
It pretty much does look like a gamer setup. Like you need things everywhere. It's much easier. But yeah, it's
what courthouse we dropping at?
Where are we dropping? Yeah,
where are we dropping at? Beaver County.
Beaver County. I won't get into Beaver County. Jeez, oh man. Listen, I don't know what's going wrong. I look at screens 23 hours a day, and I can't figure out why I have headaches. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. It is what it is. That's fine. So eat a tomato.
Eat a tomato, and
a full one, like a full tomato, like an apple.
I'll just end with this. We'll end the podcast. This has been a great episode, by the way.
Yeah.
So I end with this. My ex-wife, who I'm great friends with, who's I'm actually visiting. Her mom is from Mongolia here in Calgary. That's one of the reasons I'm here. So Asian women, I guess. I'll just say Mongolian women because I can only speak to the Asian woman in my life. Huge on just beauty like she watched so much beauty shit. They're very serious about it, and she got me this like very elite Japanese sunscreen. Like the last time she saw me, she gifted me this Japanese sunscreen. She thought she was handing me like the most wonderful like gift, like the like the Holy Grail or something. This Japanese sunscreen. I'm putting this Japanese sunscreen on. This thing really does work. But you know where I screwed up? I was too much of a wuss with the application of my face. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I don't want to get. I didn't do it around my eyes. So I don't know if you've ever had a sunburn. Just the raccoon eyes.
You gotta look like a raccoon. Okay.
And, well, it's gone now, but No, but it's like it was like hurting when I was like sleeping.
Oh, that's pretty brutal. I don't like that.
Because I couldn't close my eyes.
That's bad. So
Not
you are putting
not the best
sunscreen on your face,
dismount,
though.
but
You're putting
yes.
sunscreen on your face. That's good. That's good.
Yes.
I put sunscreen on my face. I have like a sunscreen moisturizer because my face gets very, very red. This time of the year, I hate.
And you're constantly in the sun at the stadium.
I know. People will look at me and they'll be like, "Oh man, you got some sun today." I'm like, "Fuck off." First of all, fuck you. But second, I have rosacea, so like my face gets super red.
Whoa.
Yeah, like so I have to like take care of my face. But like when I go out and it's hot, I just get red. It's not because like my face will get red, and it's not because I'm sunburned. It's just because it's just I'm built different. So
Rosacea?
Yeah, rosacea.
How do you spell that? I'm gonna write that down so I can make fun of you for that later.
ROXHY.
Yeah. That's good. I've never heard of rosacea. I love that. You were calling. That's why you were so conscious of me getting embarrassed, because you constantly have a red face.
Yeah,
so you're
rosacea. Yeah, right. Rosacea is a chronic skin condition primarily affecting the face that causes redness, pimples, and visible blood vessels. So for me, it's just redness. It's a long-term condition with no cure. I mean, talking about curing polio, let's cure rosacea. But symptoms can be managed with treatment. Yeah, so it's treatment. Really, if I put on if I have my whole face routine, because it used to be really bad and I had no idea what was going on, and my face would get red and then it would get flaky and I didn't know it was like it looked bad. So now I got a whole routine. I got some moisturizer, sunscreen.
Well, your face is getting you. You're running out of matches on internet apps, so it looks like you're doing a good job.
The Sax in the City. We'll bring that back eventually.
We'll bring it back.
I'd take a break.
Can you imagine like girls are swiping and they're like, "Oh, who's this tomato face?"
That's usually what I am getting matches, but they are just all calling me a tomato face. I forgot to mention that.
My ex-wife would be like, "Bill, eat his face. Lick at his face."
When I think about just someone saying eat a tomato, it's just like, do you take the full tomato? Ask her this. I mean, she's listening. Tell me, comment below.
She's got to come
take a bite out of the tomato, or are we talking about like little grape tomatoes? Are we slicing them up? How are we eating them?
Tomatoes like legend. I mean, tomatoes just like water. So I don't know. It's Mongolian magic. You just gotta go with it.
Mongolian magic. I like that.
Hell yeah.
Mongolian magic TM.
Dude, great freaking episode here, Adam.
Great app. If you don't already, we appreciate the support, but go over to SAXBOY Billy 18 on YouTube, like, subscribe, leave a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend.
Please tell a friend. Our numbers are going when we have good episodes, I can see it's the podcast is growing and growing and growing, and we're getting better at it. So please tell a friend.
Absolutely. And then go on all social media at the SAXcast. We'll be having shirts soon. The one Sax is if you're on YouTube. This is a beautiful shirt. It's soft. It's clean. It's simple, just the way Sax likes it. I can't wait to get my hands on that. And yeah, right when this guy gets back to Pittsburgh, I'm going to harass him. When are you getting back to Pittsburgh?
I'll be back on Friday, but then I'm going to Cleveland, and then I'm doing the swing. I'm back to doing pirate stuff. People, stop harassing me. Yeah, I'm following the team less because they fucking, it's not that exciting right now, but I will be doing the Seattle, Kansas City, Minnesota road trip. I'll be doing every single stop there. So that's going to be really fun.
Good stuff. Well, looking forward to seeing you hopefully at PNC Park one of these days.
Well, I'm coming on Saturday with my mom. Are you going to be there Saturday?
Yeah, of course.
So my mom is a regular listener. Hi, Mom. So she's excited to meet you, and we got to get her on mini mic if you're doing mini mic.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I also need you on the mini mic for a bit. We have a bit going on that I need your help with.
It feels I haven't been there in so long, man. I missed. I can't wait to get back to some games. So
very exciting. Well, hey, we appreciate everybody for listening.
Thank you, everybody,
and we'll see you next week.